Hello, hi, good evening, everyone.
Yep. Good evening, Sekhar.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, great. Let me share my screen. I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So in last session, just we discussed about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure. Okay, yeah, next. So what is the Microsoft Azure? Anyone? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can host the applications. Next, another point is where we can deploy, build, access applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. This is the exact definition provided by Microsoft. I'm repeating, what is the Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, yeah, as he said, uh, why Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? Why Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? Anyone? One is less cost. When you go for Windows Server, SQL Server, infrastructure as a service on premises or Azure cloud, so compared to AWS, Azure cost is very less. Also, Microsoft providing 60 plus regions and 140 countries, Microsoft has their own data centers. So you can host your application anywhere, wherever you have customers. For example, I have more customers in Singapore. Yes, I can go and deploy my application in Singapore region. Right? I have more customers in South India. Yes, I can go and deploy my application in Chennai data center. So it is near to all South Indian peoples, all South Indian customers. Okay, so what does it mean? We are bringing our application closer to customers. Now, as I said, azure.microsoft.com. This is the official site. Even in future, if I had any queries, I will go and check this application, guys. This is the one and one only URL we have for entire Azure cloud computing. Okay, azure.microsoft.com. Okay, so don't forget this URL. It is official for troubleshooting, deployment, suggestions. Okay, next process, best practice, everything they have included on top of this URL. Only this URL. Okay, I said that I would like to know what is the difference between AWS and Azure Cloud. So Microsoft directly provided information. Okay, so same, I'm going to azure.microsoft.com and Azure/AWS. See, this is the official site. Okay, azure.microsoft.com official site. Here they have mentioned why should I go for Azure, why not AWS? See, in Azure, one service cost is 1 rupee. In Azure, AWS is 5 times, 5 rupees. So 5 times more than what is that? Azure. Okay, directly they have provided. See, AWS is up to 5 times more expensive than Azure, especially Windows Server and SQL Server. Okay, direct another statement. See, organizations all over the world recognize Microsoft Azure over AWS is most trusted cloud provider for enterprise features and hybrid cloud environment. Okay, not only that, we have many more features. See, you can migrate your servers from on-premises to Azure with same cost. I mean, you had license for Windows Server. Yeah, with the same license, you can migrate it into Azure. So there is no any upfront and cost. Okay, yeah. Next, also you can directly integrate it with Office 365. Okay, I said right, Office 365 comes under what? Which cloud service deployment model, guys? Any idea? I
SaaS.
said there are 3 cloud deployment models, right? One is as, PaaS, SaaS. Office 365 comes under what?
Private cloud.
SAS.
As software as a services. I said right, around 30 plus component they have provided suite. I can say Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365 nowadays, M365. Okay, it contain MS Word, PPT, Excel. Okay, next we have OneDrive. Okay, also we have Power Automation, Power BI, SharePoint. Okay, and MS Teams, Excel Server. These are the components of Office 365. So without using Office 365, there is no organization, guys. Almost 99% Office 365 using by all organization in the world. Trust me. Okay, see, you know, right? MS Teams is very powerful. Almost it is wiped out all chatting tools. So 5 years back, WebEx is very, very, very popular, and even Zoom also. Okay, now it is overcome by all these tools by what is that? MS Teams. See, even this is one of the school, Surya Global School. Even Surya Global School also they are using MS Teams. If you go and search it out something, see all relevant names are coming. These names are coming from where? Can anyone tell me? If I type Sekhar, so whoever is there with Sekhar or something else, names are displaying, right? These names are coming from where? Sorry?
That school directory, active directory.
Directory, active directory. Got it? So without active directory, there is no, what is that? Domain. Am I right? So almost all companies, they are using Office 365. They are providing a lot of integration tools. Okay, for Microsoft customers. That's why Microsoft become as a market leader now. And also ChatGPT. Directly they have integrated ChatGPT now in Azure. No other cloud provider are providing this tool. Why? Because ChatGPT is the big investor from Microsoft end. Okay, see, more than 95% Fortune 500 companies, they are using Azure. Okay, so all these companies, Walmart, Boeing, Daimler, Kohler, FedEx, okay, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, Toyota, PepsiCo, okay, HP, all these companies are using what? Microsoft Azure. Even Bank of America, they are using Azure. Okay, SAP, you know, right? Entire all SAP organization, they have deployed entire infrastructure in Azure. AT&T telecom project. AT&T is the big customer for Azure. One of the Fortune 500 top 10 customer. One of the top 10 customers in the world. Okay, so that's why Azure became as a leader. If you ask me who is the leader in the market, 100% I can say Azure. I am not telling, whoever is working in real time, check with them, they will guide you. Okay, yeah, this is about what? Azure. As I said, I am going to teach about AZ104. This is administration. Okay, next AZ400. This is Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps. So these two combination has lot of demand in the market. Okay, if we put the resume administrator with the DevOps, we will have a lot of calls. We have a lot of calls in the market. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to discuss about what are the modules which I'm going to explain for this entire course. So first we will start about AZ104. Then later we will go ahead on AZ400. Okay, so I have prepared the syllabus for Azure certification paper only. If you practice my example, I can give you guarantee 100% you can clear the certification. Okay, yeah, next. These are the models which I am going to explain for this course. Go to E drive. Yeah, 104. Yeah, so see, these are all 104 syllabus. Okay, yeah, next. Okay, these are 104 syllabus. First thing is introduction about cloud computing. Already we explained about it. What is the cloud and why should we go for cloud? Why AWS? Why not Azure? Why not AWS? Why Azure? Okay, next. What is the difference between as, PaaS, SaaS? Or these topics already we had discussed in last session. Okay, yeah. Next, module 2, Microsoft Azure platform. Here we will discuss about what is the Azure, what are the features of Azure. We will go through the Azure portal. Next, advantage of the Azure, how to manage entire portal. That we will discuss it in module 2. Okay, module 3 is subscription. This is important. What is the subscription, guys? Any idea? Subscription. Subscription is nothing but license. Okay, yeah, based on your requirement, Microsoft providing many types of subscriptions. Okay, I can say these are the different subscriptions. One is free trial. Okay, next pay as you go model. Okay, pay as you go model. Next enterprise edition. Okay, next Visual Studio Enterprise. Okay, Visual Studio Premium, Visual Studio Developer. Okay, yeah, Visual Studio Developer. Like that, we have n number of subscriptions. I will show you list of subscriptions that which Microsoft is providing. Okay, yeah. So which subscription we have to go for? That is totally depends on organization, guys. And what are the types of applications they would like to deploy, and how many years there is a contract. Okay, so how many what is the workload, how many concurrent users are going to access the application, depends on all these factors. They will decide and go for subscription. Okay, if they had any queries and all, they can call Microsoft team directly. Okay, even Microsoft team will visit and clarify all your queries. Okay, that is how they are providing the service to customers. Okay, next, module 4, create storage accounts and store the files. Okay, what is the storage account? You people know, right? Netflix, Amazon Prime. Okay, if you go for Amazon Prime, Netflix, they have tons of videos. Okay, where they are storing? Any idea? If you go for Netflix and Amazon videos, Amazon Prime, you could see lakhs of videos, right? To store lakhs of videos, one movie around, assume that 4K Ultra HD video, it is upping around 6 GB. Okay, if you consider 1 lakh into 6 GB, it will go like kind of huge data, right? Where they are storing all these videos? Any idea? Storage. Okay. AWS people, they are using AWS storage, and Netflix is the big customer for AWS earlier. Netflix also, their videos and all integration they did with Amazon, AWS. Okay, Amazon Web Services. Now Netflix moving to Azure. There was big deal, I think 3 months back. Now entire Netflix, they are migrating the application from AWS to Azure. Okay, so even our Reliance, you know, right? Geo TV, movies, news, okay, entertainment videos, okay, all they are storing in our Azure storage account, all OTT platform. Okay, yeah, entire Reliance, they have integrated Reliance data centers with Azure data centers. Okay, this is another big deal which was happened 1 year back when they have visited Nadal Satya. Okay, yeah. Next, other fifth model is implementing and managing Azure network. As I said, there are mainly two types of network, right, in the market. What are they? Any idea? Generally, if you go for anywhere in the world, any technology, so commonly there are two types of networks. What are they? One is public, other one is what? private. Okay. Yeah, either your application should be published as a public or else private. Now almost, what is that? Public, guys. Next, by default, Azure, please remember, AWS, Google Cloud. These three are by default public. By default, public. If you want to deploy your services within your corporate network, then we have to configure our own network. That is VPN, virtual private network. Right? So how to design our own private network? Then how can you communicate through VPN? Okay, yeah, so that we will discuss it in module 5. Module 6, implementing virtual machines. I will show you how to deploy virtual machines in Azure. Okay, next module 7, virtual machine with install web servers. Okay, for example, this is the virtual machine. Now I would like to deploy ASP.NET application. What should I do? I have to install IIS web server and then host. What is that? ASP.NET application. That we will discuss it in module 8. Okay, module 9. Sorry, module 8. In another example, I will show you how to create one Linux machine. Then on top of it, how to create WebLogic or WebSphere or JBus or Apache Tomcat server. On top of it, how to host one Java application. That also I will discuss. I mean, I'm going to discuss about Linux basics, how to host and manage the application on Linux operating system as well. Why? Because nowadays, even they are expecting basics of Linux as well. Okay, along with Windows. Clear? Why? Because you don't know, right? Customer may expect to deploy Windows machine or Linux machine. Okay, if you consider one project, two virtual machines, maybe customer would like to deploy on top of Linux machines. Some of the applications customer would like to deploy on top of Windows server. So you should have knowledge about at least deployment of servers, different variety of servers. Okay, that we will discuss it in module 8. Module 9, app services. See guys, till module 8, whatever I have highlighted, that all comes under what? Infrastructure as a services. Okay, what does it mean? Just they are providing the infrastructure. Okay, then we have to take care about our application part. Okay, like installation and configuration, install required add-ins, and simply we can say create runtime environment to deploy your application. Got it? That is about what? As. Okay, so assume that I would like to deploy one Java application. We can create VM in Azure within fraction of minute, only 1 minute. After creating the virtual machines, what we have to do? You have to install Apache Tomcat server. That installation and configuration you have to take care. On top of it, how to deploy the application, management, deployment, monitoring, a port configuration, firewall, all these things you have to take care. Why? Because that is your application. Okay, yeah, the way of managing the application, that is totally depends on you when you go for infrastructure as a services. Next, platform as a services. What is the platform as a service? They are providing runtime. They are providing runtime environment. Past simple real-time example, I can say Pizza, guys. Okay, Pizza in the sense they are providing ready-made pizza with you. So on top of it, whether you will spray like pepper or chill or sauce, that is up to you. Here, pass in the sense same. They are providing entire environment. On top of it, will you deploy Java application or .NET application or Python? That is up to you. I hope you got it. Okay, very simple real-time example for PaaS services is Pizza. Okay, got it. So as I said, on top of Pizza, will you use sauce or will you use pepper or will you use chill? That is totally depends on you. Why? Because here entire environment they are providing, even runtime environment they are providing. So type of application you are going to deploy, that is totally depends on your requirement. Okay, deployment application, it is not a big challenge nowadays. Okay, we can deploy the application like drag and drop your production or application files. That's it. Okay, using different types of third-party tools or Microsoft provided tools. Okay, clear? Yeah, next. Another thing, model 10 is planning and implementing backup and recovery services. You know, right? For example, there is a one VM. Okay, we don't know all of a sudden the VM got crashed. Okay, if VM got crashed, how fast and how we can recover it back? How can you recover it back? Anyone?
Backup.
Yes, you should have backup. Okay, if you do not have the backup, even if you raise the Microsoft case, they won't help. They cannot help you as well, guys. Okay, if you raise the Microsoft case within span of 1 or 2 days, that is well and good. If it go beyond like 3 or 4 days, even Microsoft can't do anything. They are also helpless. Okay, why? Because they won't maintain customer data. Clear? So as your server is yours, managing by yours, manage and deployment by yours. Okay, and entire monitoring, application support, everything you are managing, then they should not involve anything. Okay, so always for your service maintain recovery, that we will call it as disaster recovery. How to implement disaster recovery for your services, for your project, that we will see in module 10. Okay, module 11 about SQL server. You know, right? There are two types of SQL server. Microsoft SQL server. I can say Azure SQL server. In Microsoft SQL server, this is on-premises. Azure SQL server, this is cloud. In on-premises, you have to purchase the license for SQL server and installation configuration management. That all you have to take care, right? Yeah. When you go for module 12, okay, implementing PaaS services. Okay, as I said, how to deploy web application, how to monitor, how to scale up, how to scale down. Depends on traffic. Okay, that we will see in module 12. Okay, module 13, configure alerts, metrics, and app services. You know, right? If there is a one server, okay, if there is a one server, all of a sudden your application is down. Okay, how can you come to know that application is down? We cannot monitor 24/7. We cannot sit in front of system and monitor the application, right? Okay, in that case, what we have to do? We have to do alert. If application is down, you should get an alert. If server is in shutdown mode, yes, you should get an alert. Okay, if any web server is down, you should get an alert. Okay, that alert and how we can configure the alerts for our services and virtual machines, that we'll see in module 13. Okay, module 14, Azure Active Directory. This is wonderful. I said just now, without Azure Active Directory, there is no organization nowadays, guys. Okay, there is no other technology to beat Azure Active Directory. Even if you go for AWS, they should integrate with Active Directory. There are a lot of directories are there. Still, Azure Active Directory is very, very, very popular. Okay, you know, right? Blindly we can say whoever using Office 365 components, 100% they are using. What is that? Azure Active Directory, guys. Just now I said, right? This is MS Teams. When I go to type something else like YOSH. Okay, whoever the word is starting with YOSH, all names are displaying here. These names are coming from where? Azure Active Directory. Okay, so this school, whoever the students are there, all these students, they have created in Azure Active Directory so that I can do anyone, I can chat with them. Okay, see, we can chat with them. Why? Because they are part of Active Directory. Azure Active Directory. Got it? Yeah. So this is about what? Azure Active Directory. How to integrate your services with Active Directory. That we'll see in module 14. Now, module 15. So how to manage the permissions? You know, right? In organization, we have system administrator, database administrator, network administrator, next firewall administrator, application administrator, monitoring team. Many teams are there. Based on their roles and responsibilities, how I can manage the permissions. That we will see in module 15. So that simply we can say RBAC, RBAC, role-based access control. See, you are the database administrator. Your work is always, what is that? Database administrator monitoring job. So you should not access other services. How to manage the permissions? Using RBAC roles. How to manage RBAC roles? That we will see module 15. Module 16, resource groups. Okay. What is the resource group? How to deploy the services under resource group? That we will discuss it in module 16. Okay, 17 RBAC just now I said. Okay, module 18 is traffic manager. This is load balancer, guys. Okay, for example, see, we have two types of servers, two virtual machines are there. Then how to configure load balancer? If any user access my application, first my request will be hit to what? LB. From there, the request would be routed to either server 1 or server 2. So load balancer is distributing incoming traffic among multiple virtual machines. Okay, how to configure load balancer? That we will see module 18. Okay, module 19, backup and restore operations. How to trigger the backup for VM, how to trigger the backup for app services, how to trigger the backup for storage. That we will see in module 19. Okay, module 20 is PowerShell. See guys, here I would like to explain one important point. Module 20, 21, 22, these are comes under what? IAAC. What is the full form of the IAAC? Anyone?
Infrastructure as a code.
Infrastructure as a code. So the name itself, infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure automation. Wherever you go, these two are mandatory, guys. PowerShell and Terraform is mandatory. Not only in Azure, not only in AWS. If you go for any cloud computing, PowerShell is mandatory, Terraform is mandatory. Okay, so using these scripting languages, how to automate infrastructure. Okay, yeah, so that we will see module 20, 21, 22. How to use Terraform, how to use PowerShell, how to use ARM. ARM is Azure Resource Manager. This is native language. It is applicable for only Azure, guys. Okay, how to automate your services using ARM templates, that we'll see in module 21. Okay, module 23 is the GitHub. You know, right? GitHub is now Microsoft product. I hope you know already. Am I right? Yes or no, guys? I think 1 year back,
Yes.
Microsoft owns the GitHub. Got it? Yeah. So now another beautiful feature of Azure is, in Azure, they are tightly integrating with, what is that? GitHub, guys. Okay. Do you know one secret of MS Teams, how they have designed, guys? Any idea? Have you heard about Skype? I think 3-4 years back. Skype. Okay. After owned by Microsoft, Skype for Business, they have changed the name. You know, right? Skype initially, it contained look and feel is same look and feel. You don't see left side and all. You can see list of contacts. You can chat. If you want, you can also install Skype now also, verify. So they have taken entire Skype code after purchased by Microsoft. Finally, they designed MS Teams and launched it into the market. Now, unfortunately, it became as a big popular in the market. Okay, so Zoom is wiped out, WebEx is wiped out, almost all chattings are gone in the market. Only Microsoft Teams is using by all organizations. 99% organizations are using MS Teams only, guys. Okay, yeah. So this is about what? Microsoft Azure Administration 104 syllabus. Okay. This number will be changed. We cannot predict it. You know, right? Initially 70533 is the paper number. Later they introduced AZ100. Then they changed it to AZ101. Next they changed it to 103. Next now it is 104. Now not sure after 3 months, 4 months, maybe it will be changed 105. Okay, so even if you write the certificate, the certification value is 2 years. After that, again you have to renew it. After 3 years, again you have to write the certification again. That is how in the market. Okay, earlier if you write the certification for .NET and Java, this is lifetime valid. Now those days are gone. Every 2 years once you have to renew the certificate. Okay. Yeah, so this is about what? Microsoft Azure Administration 104. Okay, yeah, next another certification paper is AZ400. Okay, even yesterday's session also I have mentioned that administrator is basic, guys. Okay, people has hurry, right? Directly they will try to learn DevOps. Okay, they don't know basic. Yes, you know automation. Where is the target? Okay, so whether you go and learn AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, that is totally depends on you. But administration is mandatory. First, learn administrator. Even you are developer or database administrator, wherever you are working, then go for required your knowledge, your working style. That's it. Okay, yeah, next. This is the Microsoft Azure administration. Here also basic about cloud and the Azure portal and DevOps portal. We'll discuss about it. Module 2. Next, module 3, Azure DevOps app services. See, wherever you do the automation in DevOps, application target is what? Where we have to deploy, guys? Only two methods. What are they? See, this is the CI/CD pipeline. You did the automation. Okay, application automation. That application should be deployed in two areas. What are they? One is, what is that? Virtual machine.
One is cloud, one is on premises.
Yes, one is virtual machine, other one is what? Cloud computing. Maybe we can say app services. Okay, whatever the application you did, you do automation. Final deployment should happen in either server or app services. That's it. Basic funda. Okay, yeah. Next, here introduction about Azure DevOps. Here, see, in the market there are two types of DevOps, guys. Many people are confusing here. One is open source DevOps. Other one is Azure DevOps. Okay, people don't know someone. They are calling it as AWS DevOps. That is wrong actually. That is not AWS DevOps. We can call it as open source DevOps. When you go for open source DevOps, they will discuss about Jenkins, Ansible, okay, Chef, Puppet. These are all are what is that? Open source. Okay, here Azure DevOps, this is pure developed by Microsoft. Okay, in the year of 2018. Okay, Microsoft Azure introduced by Microsoft in the year of 2018. Okay, Microsoft has their own pipelines. They have designed their own CI/CD pipelines. With that, you can automate CI/CD pipelines and host your application wherever you want. Got it? Don't get confusion. DevOps in the sense what is the DevOps and all. Here, Microsoft has their own product. with their own tools they have developed. Through that, we can configure and deploy your applications. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps comes under SaaS, software as a services. Okay, we have to take care about CI/CD pipelines. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Next. In Azure DevOps, totally we
Sir,
have. Yeah.
if anybody still wants to use Jenkins or open source tools with Azure, can be
Yeah, you have
possible.
to do integration. That is
Okay.
big headache.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, say you have integrated Jenkins with Azure pipelines. Okay. If you get any issues, even if you raise the Microsoft case, Microsoft won't support. Simply, they will say this is the third-party tools. Check with their vendor. That's it. If there are any issues you are facing from Azure end, yes, 100% they will support. Got it?
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for Azure DevOps, sir, how much scripting knowledge is required? Because DevOps means automation, right?
Yes. Yeah. So here AML automatically it is generating. If you want to go beyond that automation, yes, you have to write the AML file. Anyhow, AML file taken care by developers. They have to develop. Okay, if you have knowledge, that is well and good. Anyhow, how to design the AML file, one sample that we'll discuss it. Basics.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Next. Here, Azure DevOps has total 5 components, as I said. First thing, Azure boards. Okay, Azure boards, they have totally designed Agile methodology, guys. You know, right now, 100% all organizations in the world, they are implementing Agile methodology. Am I right? Yes or no? Anyone from real-time professionals? Anyone are there? So all companies now, 100% all projects they are implementing Agile methodology. Okay, that's why now we are getting the updates every week. Am I right? Okay, so mobile application updates, app services, even our mobile patches, how they are doing? They are implementing Agile methodology. Every 15 days once, they are releasing the patches. You have to update your version. That's it. Okay, Agile is powerful methodology. Software development, SDLC. SDLC. Software development life cycle. You know, right? Before Agile, we have used another deployment model. What was that?
Waterfall model.
Yes, it is the waterfall method. Got it? Yeah. So waterfall method is there around like 2 decades. Now all companies they are implementing Agile model. Okay, we will discuss about it. What is the Agile? What is the Scrum? What is the Scrum Master? What is the sprint? What is the task? Okay, how can you create? How to get the work in real time? That all we will see in Azure DevOps. One of the component called Azure boards. Okay, next Azure repos. So you know, right? Azure repos. This is Microsoft product. What else we have? Third-party tools earlier. Repos in the sense repository. You have developed
Git.
one project. Yes, GitHub. Okay, now Microsoft owns this GitHub. We have a number of third-party tools are there to maintain your project source code, but very popular in the market is GitHub. Clear? Yeah, even GitLab and also Bitbucket, many things are there. Okay, yeah. Next, here we will discuss about CI/CD pipeline, how to configure continuous integration, build pipeline. Please remember, somewhere if I say CI means continuous integration, what does it mean? That is the build pipeline. Okay, build pipeline in the sense build your project. See, assume that I am the developer. I have developed one project. I don't know, right? What are the bugs are there in this project? If I build my project, yes, where exactly, if there are any issues in the code, it will throw an error. According to that, we have to troubleshoot. Okay, CI in the sense build pipeline. Please remember. Okay, yeah. Next, other thing is here source code management. Okay, so there is a project source code. How we can manage the source code in Azure repos. Same way how to manage it in GitHub, that we will see in both the areas, that we will see in module 6. Okay, module 7, GitHub. We will discuss total about GitHub, how it will be. Okay, GitHub, I will touch many areas. Okay, so that you will get clarity on it, how to use it. Next, module 9, continuous deployment. Continuous deployment also we will call it as release pipeline. Please remember, CI means build pipeline. CD means, what is that? Release pipeline. Okay, what is the release pipeline? Just your application should be deployed on app services or virtual machine. The target you have to mention. Okay, that is about release pipeline. For example, if any release pipeline is failed, okay, then how we can roll back it? That we will see in continuous deployment. Right? Yeah. Next, module 10. This is the release management. Here, what is the sprint? What is the scrum? What is the backlog? Okay. What is the iteration? That all we will see in module 10. Okay. Module 11, we'll discuss about total agile methodology. Module 12, Docker. What is the Docker? How to implement the Docker and how to use the Docker. Okay. How to integrate app services with Docker. That we'll see in module 12. Okay, module 13, AKS. Okay, AKS is another beautiful feature provided by Microsoft. Now entire market are ruling by this AKS itself, guys. Many clients, they are moving to AKS. Okay, what is the AKS? How to implement AKS? How to create the containers? How to automate to deploy your application in AKS? That we'll see module 13. Okay, these are the Azure DevOps AZ 400. So if you need more information about these certifications, happily you can go for Microsoft.com. Okay, end of the URL, just type learning. Okay, these are certifications. These are Azure certifications. Okay, yeah, I am pinging in the chat. You can somewhere you can bookmark it. Okay, yeah, so go for administration. Okay, this is what AZ 104. This is the 104. For all Microsoft certification cost is 4,800, guys. If you go for developer, administration, DevOps, anything, this is 4,800 800 is official cost, including GST 18%, right? It will go to around 6,000, 6K. Okay, that also officially they have mentioned. See, in US people, $165. Here go and change Indian currency. Okay, 4,800 rupees. Okay, including GST, it will go around 6,000. Okay, see guys, this is the skill measurement. See, when you go for appearing for the exam, certification exam, you will get these things, guys. See, one is Microsoft identities and governance, 20%. Okay, implementing and managing storage, 20%. Deploying and manage compute resources, 25%. Virtual networking, 25%. Monitoring and maintaining Azure resources, 15%, guys. Even you will get certified questions, these pattern only. Got it? So this has been updated April 27, I think just 5 days back. Okay, they are recently changed. According to that, I have prepared the what? that syllabus. Okay, yeah. Next, same way, if I go for AZ 400, go back. Okay, here we have DevOps. Click on DevOps. Okay, here we have what? AZ 400. See, this is also certification cost is same. I said right, for all certification cost is official cost is 4,800 including GST and all. It will go around 6,000. 18% GST calculated around. It will go to 5,600, 5,800 around. It will go there. Okay, so here skills measure. These are. Okay, see, configuration and configure process and communications is 15%. Designing, implementing source control like GitHub and all 20%. Designing and implementing build release pipelines 45%. CI/CD pipelines are 45%. This is the only 50% I can say. And the security and compliance span 15%. Implementing instrumentation strategy 15%. Okay, this is the pattern where you will get certified questions. Okay, if you need any information about certification, go for official site called microsoft.com. Here we have everything. Okay, we have data engineer, data scientist, developer, solution architect, security engineer, functional consultant, data analyst, artificial intelligence engineer, app marketer, business user. Many certifications are there. All Azure related. Here you will get it. Okay. Yeah, so this is about overview of syllabus and overview of Azure. What are their features providing? If you have any queries, feel free and ask me. I will clarify your queries.
Sekhar sir, so will you use a CI/CD pipeline? Will you create CI/CD pipeline using Terraform to build
Yes,
infrastructure?
I will show you
Okay.
how to create CI/CD pipeline using Terraform. How to automate infrastructure, I will explain it. Yeah, that's what I included, right? Terraform, same thing.
Yes, you have included. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any more?
So will you cover basic Linux for Docker and
basic,
Kubernetes?
Yes. Why? Because
okay.
Docker and Kubernetes inbuilt, they are deploying in Linux only, guys. So Linux is required.
Yes. Okay, so okay.
Yes. Any more queries? Any doubts?
So here, like, are you going to teach about the routings also?
Yeah. Public. Sorry, private networking. You know, right? In private network, see, when you go for office, okay, when you to connect. Sorry. Okay, this is the office network. To communicate our client network, what we have to do? We have to connect VPN, right? Virtual private network. Once you connect VPN, what does it mean? It will establish the connection from our laptop to client network. Okay. Hereafter, you will be able to access all client related data, storage, network, database, servers and all. Am I right, guys? The moment when you disconnect VPN, yes, connection will be, what is that? Is closed. So we will not able to communicate it. Clear? So how to design VPN? How to establish the connection from our on-premises to Azure cloud, that all we will discuss it in networking part. Okay, still you are interested on only networking. There is a separate paper, AZ 500, that is cyber security. You can go ahead with that. Okay, if you would like to go for only networking side.
Yep. Okay.
So, sir, will you provide any passcode for Azure subscription, or do we need to raise? Do we need to purchase subscription?
Subscription. If you provide the subscription, then we have to sell our assets. Okay, so they are providing a free trial. I will say how to subscribe for Azure free trial. Okay, In tomorrow's session, I'm going to show you how to subscribe for Azure free trial. Then you people can practice it. I am using for my license. Okay, I have already Visual Studio Enterprise. I am using. Yeah, I'm using Visual Studio Enterprise Edition. Okay, this is the license for me. Why? Because few things, big configuration and all, we require license. So we purchased it. I will explain you how to use it. Okay, so practice and all, you have to go and subscribe for Azure free trial. Okay, then practice all these things. Okay, guys. How to subscribe for Azure free trial and all? It will take another 30 to 40 minutes. That we will complete it in next session. Okay. Yeah.
So, sir, what will be the timing for classes? It's 9 to
Timings will
10
be same, guys. 9 o'clock.
Okay.
This is standard.
for 2 months. Okay.
Yeah, for 2 months.
Okay.
This one is for infrastructure or this one is for a developer, sir?
This is for infrastructure. See,
Okay.
developer in the sense same, guys. In on-premises, you are the Java developer. Azure also same application. How we can host it in cloud? That is the challenge. That's it.
Yeah.
See, okay. So namespaces and accessing the REST API, that namespaces and architecture will be changed. Okay, logic and all, it is same, right?
Because I am not from this developing side, that's why I'm asking that.
Okay, it's not development, total administration part.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, any queries?
Hello.
Yeah.
How much detail you have covered in each topic? That means how much experience we are showing after completing this course.
Okay, after completion of this course, you can put 6+ years of experience, guys. Okay, even I am working as an architect. Okay, so whatever market is expecting at present, I will teach you accordingly, guys. You need not worry. If you practice all my examples thoroughly, 100% you can crack the interview. Okay.
So, Sekhar, sir, actually, I'm working as a cloud engineer since 3.5 years
Okay.
as a cloud admin. So I
Okay.
want to move on Azure DevOps. So what salary will provide by a company if I certify Azure DevOps?
CI/CD pipeline configuration. Actually,
Yes.
there are developers are there. You have to provide the support, like to access the code. Also, to deploy the code in stage and production, you are the responsibility. Why? Because developer will have the access till development. Okay, for stage and production, total it is under control by you.
Okay.
Yeah. So developers cannot access even repository as well. That is how. That is the, you know, right? That is one process. Okay. Clear?
Sir, I have joined just now. So how good is this for manual testers?
Yeah, so a cloud is mandatory for everyone, guys, nowadays. You know, right? I can say cloud is like entry pass for IT industry nowadays. Anyone can learn. This is mandatory nowadays. Okay, why? Because reformation is happening. Like as of now, we could see on-premises. Now, same thing, how we can host it in cloud. That is the information. That is the challenge. That's it.
For this, sir, we have to experience in this MCSC or CCNA for this one.
CCNA, that are networking.
Okay.
Cisco, right? You are telling.
Yeah, because somebody said that you should have the knowledge of MCSC
Yeah, that's what.
Only.
If you are good at only networking, happily you can go for cyber security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sekhar sir, what is the difference between this DevOps engineer and cloud engineer?
They are technical term, all are same guys. Cloud admin, Azure admin. Okay. Cloud admin in the sense all are cloud, like AWS, Azure, Google. Okay. Here we can say DevOps engineer, okay, DevOps architect, they are same. Okay, each organization roles are different. That's it.
Sir, I
Go
have
for
seen this.
yeah, for example, if we go for TCS, simply they are calling it as system engineer, okay, and as consultant. So AST, like that, they have their own roles. If we go for Infosys and other product-based companies, again roles will be changed. So the base panda is same. That's it.
Here we are involving administration as well as DevOps, sir. But when do I need to involve in cost also? I mean, like how much I can save this for service, or do I need to implement this database or kind of thing, or we need to only maintain these technical things?
Yeah,
Like
you have to maintain only technical thing. See, cost and all, they won't involve you. Why? Because that is high level, right?
okay.
So always architect people and the client, they will discuss directly with the team like Microsoft and all, they will decide. For example, you have an organization. Now you would like to purchase the Azure. Just call to Microsoft team. One sales manager come to and visit your office. They will explain about everything. What are their offers they are providing? If you migrate your services into Azure, what are the discount they are providing? What are the support level they are providing? All this information clearly they will present it in PPT, PowerPoint presentation. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, this website, right, Durga Institute, I've seen, this Azure DevOps. So, when compared to other courses, this Azure DevOps courses, syllabus is the same, or will there be anything?
Azure DevOps is different. Open source DevOps is different, right? I said, okay. Azure DevOps, wherever you go, that is would be the syllabus. Okay, when you go for open source DevOps, they will teach about Jenkins, Ansible, Chef, Puppet, many open source tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are not included in this, right?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
For the certification, can you provide some study material for?
Yes, I will provide guys. So latest dumps, 2023 year dumps, I will share with you as well. So you can have a look into that, what type of questions they are asking.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, in exam they will provide only multiple or any task given by them?
No, multiple choice only guys, scenario based. For example, questions would be assume that you have application, you need to publish it into public. Okay, multiple customers in all over the country. So what type of cloud will you use, like public or private or hybrid or none of the above, all the above? Like that you will get questions like scenario based questions. Okay, then you have to carefully answer it. Got it? That is one example. Another example is you have one office in UK and India. Okay, now you have purchased another company. Now all those users should be integrated with your domain. Okay, what type of directory will you use? Azure B2B directory or B2S directory or B2C directory? That kind of questions we may expect it. All are scenario based questions. Got it? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to discuss about how to subscribe for Azure free trial. Then I will show you how to deploy one virtual machine. Okay, this we will discuss it in tomorrow's session. Okay, thanks for your time. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.